Tonight on Fourth and a Mile, I am sick and I'm hoping that you guys can hear my voice through all of this. We got a lot of baseball to discuss, and we're going to also discuss tonight's national championship game and the Masters coming up this week. Everybody, just stay tuned. Welcome in, everybody, to Fourth and a Mile, presented by Planet Adam. I am your host, the God King of Planet Adam, or Pharaoh or God King, if you will, of Planet Adam. I am Adam Fernandez. It's a Monday. To everybody out there, if you're watching this on YouTube, you did not get the fair warning because my live stream shut off on me on Friday. I was doing a live stream on Facebook Live. Got almost to the very end of it. I think I got like 31 minutes or something like that into it right as I was about to wrap up, and it decided to go ahead and shut off. So I just left it on Facebook. I didn't put it on YouTube at all. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, I do apologize for not being there on Friday, or for you guys not seeing anything on Thursday or Friday. Thursday is when I announced that I wasn't going to be doing this show on Friday. Because I was going to be going up to Austin for my niece's birthday party. Had a great time up there hanging out with the family. Went and saw Ready Player One, great movie. Through all that, I had already been getting sick, and it just got worse and worse over the weekend. So to the guy in the theater sitting next to me during Ready Player One, I do apologize. I was hacking up a lung the entire way, but from what I understand from other members in the family, you fell asleep halfway through, so I guess it really didn't matter that much, right? But, you know, if you got bored with it because you couldn't understand anything going on because of my hacking, then, you know, I apologize to you. But, everybody, don't forget, go out there to bandcamp.com. Check out A Bloody Chasm. They are the band that does the intro song for this show. It's a great song called I Wanna Rock and Roll. They have 4 or 5 other songs on there as well. All of them are great songs. God, I hope you guys are able to hear me, because right now I'm listening to myself and I sound like death. Just to me. I don't know if you guys are hearing me better, then, you know, awesome. But yeah, me personally, I don't sound good at all in my opinion. But we got a lot of sports to discuss, though. We're going to go ahead and start with the big thing going on tonight that I think just about everybody knows about, the national championship game in college basketball. The tournament is just about through. We are down to our final 2 teams. We have Villanova and Michigan. Back when it was the Sweet 16, I told y'all that it would be the Wildcats winning the tournament. I said that because I was expecting it to be Villanova versus Kentucky. They're both the Wildcats, so I felt pretty safe in that bet. But, yeah, Kentucky got knocked out in the Sweet 16. So it's Villanova and Michigan now, and I will still take the Wildcats over the Wolverines, and I'll tell you guys why here in a minute. First off, I think Jalen Brunson does need to have a big game in order for that to come through. I think he's going to have a big game. He doesn't have to score a lot of points necessarily to have a big game, but he's just got to get the ball moved around. And I think it's going to end up being the Villanova perimeter shooting versus the Michigan perimeter defense. Both have looked really good this year, or in this tournament at least. I just think Villanova's offense is just that much better. They're too paced, I guess is a good way to put it, for Michigan to continue to keep up. I think that Michigan will keep up in the early going. I'm guessing by halftime, maybe a little bit after, you'll start seeing Villanova break away. My guess is that you're going to see Villanova win this one 78-68, right around in there. But yes, I fully expect the Wildcats to be holding up the national title trophy. And again, like I said, I expect Jalen Brunson to have a big game tonight. I would say that yes, things can go differently, but I just don't see it happening. I see Villanova hosting up their second national title in 3 years. So that's really all I've got to say about that. If you guys got a difference of opinion, feel free to go ahead and comment down below. This weekend, we had the first full weekend in baseball this year. Give you some takes on that as far as what I saw. As you guys know, I am a huge St. Louis Cardinal fan. The Cardinals today were able to get caught up to 2-2 after winning 8-4 against the Brewers earlier. I was actually trying to get this show on at the very end of the Cardinal-Brewers game, but my computer was giving me issues, so that's why I'm getting on so late now. But the Cardinals are 2-2 now. The starting pitching, to me, still leaves a lot to be desired. The only one that's really looked good has been Luke Weaver. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, 3 strikeouts. But, I mean, he wasn't anything phenomenal in that first outing, but he didn't look bad. In fact, I would say he's looked the best out of everybody that we've had go so far in our first 4 games. That includes Carlos Martinez, Michael Wacha, and today's Miles Michaelis, who Michaelis, I can't say looked bad by any stretch. I mean, he didn't look horrible. He gave up 2 2-run home runs, which scares the crap out of me. But other than that, he didn't look too bad, and he himself had a 2-run home run as well. So, yeah, actually, as a pitcher, he had a 2-run home run. That's his only hit ever in his major league career. He's only gotten the 1 hit, and it was a 2-run home run today. But I can't say he looked bad, but I don't want to say he looked good either. Ozuna has been kind of laying low. He went the first 2 games without a single hit. Started coming around yesterday against the Mets. Had a couple good, solid contact hits, but is yet to really show off his power. Fowler got a hit today. That was his first hit of the year. Drove in an RBI on that, but then after that he got thrown out at second base. So I'm still waiting to see Fowler come around and do something. Yadier's look good. He has 2 homers already. Paul DeJong, though, has been the star of the offense for the Cardinals. He had his 3rd home run today. He's playing very, very well. Right now, he's the guy that you can least afford to have get taken out of the lineup, for whatever reason. Simply because he's been the focal point of the offense. Carpenter's had his hit and miss games. Ozuna, like I said, has just been hiding in the weeds there. I'm trying to think of who else I can tell you all about. Wong hasn't really had too much of a chance to show anything. Martinez started off looking really good, but then in these last 2 games he's kind of fallen off. So I think the only one that I can really say so far has been solid throughout the first 4 games of the year. Don't worry, guys. We have 158 of these to go, so 4 games isn't going to say a lot. You can't win a championship in 4 games. You can lose one, though. That's the big thing. But, yeah, so DeJong has been the only one, in my opinion, that's been solid all 4 games. So let's go ahead and move on from the Cardinals. Being that I am a Cardinal fan, though, I do like to talk about the Cardinals in case you guys can't tell. And yeah, like I did say though, Luke Weaver, and there's Luke Weaver right there. He did look really good in his one outing so far this year against the Mets. So we're gonna have to see how he looks moving forward. What is the lighting doing on my camera? I don't know. Is the lighting going in and out to you guys? Because it looks like it's going in and out to me. So, anyways, so yeah, let's go ahead and move on to other stories in baseball. Gabe Kapler had a very eventful weekend. A lot of people in Philadelphia not too happy with how he looked as a manager. He has a year of, I believe it was either single A or rookie ball managing under his belt, and then they just promoted him to be the big league skipper. The fans in Philadelphia are upset with his use of pitching. That he was very, I guess, I don't know if you want to say liberal or conservative. I guess it depends on how you look at it. But he was using a lot of pitchers. So I guess in that sense it'd be liberal. Using a lot of pitchers over the first 3 games of the year. Had one major blunder where there was, according to him, and I'm watching the Reds and the Cubs right now. Reds are up 1-0 in the top of the 8th. Yeah, the Cubs really, you know what? The Cubs have not impressed me all that much so far this year. Maybe they'll come around and maybe they'll start looking more impressive, but as of right now, they haven't looked all that impressive to me. Anyways, so yeah, he had a big blunder where he got charged with a mound visit because he didn't have any relief pitcher warmed up. And so he goes on out there to waste some time to then call in the relief pitcher after he gave the pitcher some time to warm up. And so, yeah, you do want to give him time to warm up in the bullpen before he gets out there to get his warm-up pitches on the mound, because you only have a select amount of pitches you can throw on the mound for warm-ups. So to prevent injury from happening, yes, you want to give him some time out there in the bullpen. He chalked it up as a miscommunication, but that ended up delaying the game quite drastically. Major League Baseball says they're going to look into what happened. Basically that sounds correct to me, but you know, if it's a miscommunication, it starts with the manager, you know. So, and yes, I'm sick, so I'm just drinking water right now, guys. Sorry, Dr. Pepper. I'll be back to you guys here probably tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, he's had a couple blunders, and he's overused his pitchers quite a bit. I'm not sure who they're playing today. Let me go ahead and pull up a schedule here for you guys, and I can let you know better. Because if they're playing today, then they might be having... Nope, they got postponed. So Kapler's got a reprieve because they're playing in New York and it's snowing down there. So both the Mets and Phillies games are going to be delayed. Or Mets and Yankees games, I'm sorry. Are going to actually be postponed. I'm sorry, not delayed. Postponed to later dates. Excuse me. So Kapler does have a chance to rest his pitchers today. So that's good news for Phillies fans. That's good news for the Phillies. That's good news for Gabe Kapler to keep his name out of people's mouths for at least a day, I guess. But yeah, they're supposed to resume. It looks like tomorrow at 6:10. They may go ahead and try to squeeze in a game earlier than that. I don't really know what they're doing as far as a makeup date for today. But they play the Mets quite a bit this year. They can make that game up anytime. So, but speaking of New York and of teams who have their games being postponed today, the Yankees started off the year against Toronto in Toronto. Luckily for them, they play in a stadium with a retractable roof, essentially a dome. I don't remember the last time I ever saw the Rogers Center with the roof down. So, but it does retract. So, Giancarlo Stanton, the big pickup for the Yankees during the offseason, started off his 2018 campaign pretty much the same way he finished up the 2017 campaign, by dropping bomb after bomb. He hit 2 home runs in his season opener. Well on track to hit 400-something home runs. I seriously doubt that's going to happen, but he could very easily still get right around 60. So the Yankees' offense were dominant during that series. The only one you didn't hear a lot from, surprisingly, was Aaron Judge. But Aaron Judge is going to come around. Aaron Judge is going to have his numbers, and he's going to be the Aaron Judge that everyone grew to love last year. So I wouldn't worry too much about Aaron Judge. I'm going to try to turn the volume up here a little bit. I don't know if... hopefully you guys can hear me better there. But anyways, so Stanton, though, is off to a tear. He's going to continue to tear up the American League. He has that opposite field power, so with that short right field fence there in Yankee Stadium, you're looking at a guy that's going to have a field day out there. And then the short fence in Fenway as well. Granted, they have the Green Monster, but I think he can hit it over the Green Monster pretty easily there. Again, I'm having like the light glitching. Again, I'm hoping it's not doing that where you guys are watching, but over here I keep seeing it glitching, and I'm thinking I was thinking it could be the lights up there, but I don't think so. See, there it goes again, and I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. Anyways, so Stanton started off the season on a surge. The Yankees are going to be good, guys. They're going to be good. Their weakness is going to be in their rotation, but I still think they have pieces in place to where they can make moves if they have to. I think that they have offense to compensate for the weak rotation, but all in all, the Yankees are going to be damn good. So, also something that happened over the weekend in baseball. Guys, never, ever, ever go to a Washington Nationals game and scream to Bryce Harper that he's overrated. Didn't have a lot of offense in the first 2 games. Yesterday's game, which was the 3rd game of the year for them, because they also had a weather delay. You could hear someone in the crowd. They were playing in Cincinnati. One of the Reds fans yelled to him, "Overrated!" And so then he goes on that same exact pitch where the fan yelled "overrated." He hits a home run. And then later in the game, he hits another home run. Bryce Harper is not overrated. I've been saying it. I know a lot of people like to say that Mike Trout is the best player in the game. And you know what, he very well may be. But if you ask me, my opinion, the best player in the game is Bryce Harper. I just don't see anybody better than him. When he's had down years, he was playing through injuries, and they really weren't that down of years. He was still putting up 20-something home runs, So he is the best player in the game. He's going to be asking for a contract probably in the area of $350 million come this offseason, unless the Nationals sign him for it before that. I'm not sure how they'd be able to do that, but so he's going to get paid. He is the biggest reason. He and Manny Machado are the biggest reasons, but him mostly, as to why the free agent market this offseason was so slow. Because people are trying to save money so that they can afford either Bryce Harper or Manny Machado. Plain and simple. Teams are prepared to spend that kind of money on them. So, note to all baseball fans out there, if you're watching a Washington Nationals game this year, because next year it could be another team, and Bryce Harper comes up to bat, and you're rooting for the other team, don't yell to him that he's overrated, because then he'll just embarrass you in front of your wife, in front of your kids, in front of your mother-in-law who doesn't like you anyways. He's going to embarrass you and make you look bad. So, yeah, don't call the guy overrated. Best player in the game, in my opinion. So, also some more big news as far as big names, I guess, that came around this offseason. Shohei Ohtani didn't look too good in his first game as a hitter. He got a base hit, but I think he struck out twice after that. So he didn't look all that good, in my opinion, as a DH. But yesterday, as the pitcher for the Angels, he looked pretty good. I'm not going to tell you that he looked phenomenal. He gave up a 3-run home run in the second inning to Matt Olson, which at that time had given the A's a 3-2 lead. But after that, he sat down 14 of the next 15 guys he faced. So my dogging him in the offseason is saying that he's just going to be another one of the Japanese pitchers that come in to the league and really aren't anything in comparison to their hype. He might prove me wrong. I mean, I can't say that he proved me wrong with that game because he did give up that 3-run home run. And it was against the A's. Because the A's offense is not going to be one of the top-ranked offenses even in the American League this year. Even if they were in the National League, they wouldn't be. So, but I mean, he turned it around after giving up that home run and set down 14 of the next 15. So, and that was the end of his day. So, Ohtani may come out and actually make me look bad. I still kind of doubt it. He's got a lot of other teams to pitch against before he can actually call his first season in the bigs a success. And teams that have a lot better of an offense than the A's do. You know, he's going to have to face the Angels or the Astros eventually. He's going to have to face the Mariners eventually. I assume he's probably going to see both the Red Sox and the Yankees. All these teams have good offenses, so yeah, it's going to depend on how he looks against them as to whether or not you can say this season was a success for him. So, all right, so that's all the baseball news right now. Let's go ahead and move on to everyone's favorite sport to watch and talk about, golf. Yes, we're going to talk about golf. I know, nobody likes golf. I like golf. I love to go out and play golf. I suck at it. I am one of the worst golfers you will ever see. But it's still fun. It's still a great time to go out there and hit the links. So, Tiger Woods, I know it's a guy that probably not too many of y'all have ever heard of, is favorited to win the Masters this week. Well, he and Rory McIlroy are. But yes, the Tiger Woods is back in the hunt for the Masters, and he and Rory McIlroy are the co-favorites, according to OddsShark, to win the Masters. Big reason for this is he's had 2 top 5 finishes in recent tournaments. He's looking more and more like the Tiger of old. That's the Tiger I'm hoping to see. I'm going to be rooting for Tiger completely. The Masters starts on Thursday. It'll be on ESPN and on CBS. My guess is Tiger, you'll probably find him on CBS, or probably what they'll end up doing is ESPN will get it Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday will be CBS. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Tiger. Looking forward to hopefully having him be back to being Tiger. I don't think he's going to be as good as he was in his mid-20s. But that's because of body deterioration, injuries that he's had, all that. But that still doesn't mean that he can't come back and wow everybody. Because when he was winning those tournaments, they weren't close. He was blowing everybody out. So a deterioration of Tiger Woods, I would still put above some of these younger guys at their very best. So I'm hoping he goes out there and he has a great tournament. He usually plays Augusta very well. Obviously, he's won, what has he won, like 4 Masters, I think. So he is still, in my opinion, I know he's ranked 103rd in the world, but that's just based off of what he's done the past, 10 years, which have all been injury plagued or cheating on his wife plagued or, that kind of stuff. But I really don't care about anything he does in his personal. The same thing with any of these athletes. I don't care what they do in their personal life. As long as they don't try to shove their beliefs down my throat, I don't care what you do in your personal life. That's anybody. That's not just athletes. That's anybody. But when you start trying to shove it down my throat, that's when I start to care about it. That's why I care about what Michael Bennett does. That's why I care that he tries to talk about how he was racially profiled in Las Vegas when he definitely wasn't. Tiger Woods, though, you know what? He's never come out and said anything politically that I can remember. Yes, he cheated on his wife with, I would say, several women, but that's giving him too much credit. So we'll say several hundred. But I'm not there watching him cheat on his wife. I'm here watching him play golf. So I'm rooting for him because he's the greatest golfer I've ever seen. So good luck to you, Tiger. It's going to depend a lot on his level of confidence. I think his confidence in recent weeks has shot up. It's going to depend on how his body is holding up. In recent weeks, it looks like his body can hold. So I'm expecting to see the Tiger Woods of old. So I'll be watching come Thursday. So, all right, guys, and then finally on the docket today. And I appreciate everyone that sits through this and watches it because I'm feeling like crap right now. I know I'm probably grossing y'all out with all my hacking. But I told you I'd be back on Monday, so I had to do my show today. I wasn't expecting to still be feeling like this. But this Sunday, guys, WrestleMania coming around again. This is the first WrestleMania we've had in a year. Because they do it once a year. I guess tonight we'll see. And talking about an hour and a half, we'll... I don't know. But, yeah, hopefully in about an hour and a half we'll find out whether or not we're going to see The Undertaker come back to fight John Cena. I want to see him back, at least for one more. The rumor that I read today is that it's not going to be the Dead Man Undertaker. It's going to be the American Badass. I don't know if either of those are going to happen. My guess is that we will be seeing the Undertaker simply because he's already been brought up. You don't bring him up if you're not going to go ahead and follow through with that because you know how pissed off that'll get the fans because the fans love the Undertaker. So I think this should be the last year that the Undertaker's name gets brought up again. So, but yeah, we'll be looking forward to seeing that tonight. Probably going to watch Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar kick the shit out of each other. Tomorrow night it'll probably be AJ and Shinsuke Nakamura kicking the shit out of each other. So that ought to be a fun couple days of wrestling until the big show on Sunday night. So, all right, guys. Again, thank you guys for sitting through my cough fest. I was feeling better earlier today, and then as the day has gone on, it's just gotten worse and worse again. So hopefully this will be gone by tomorrow. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, again, guys, go over to bandcamp.com, check out A Bloody Chasm, download their music. Those are my friends Jocelyn and Matt, and the rest of the band of Bloody Chasm. They'd very much appreciate it if you guys do. I would recommend going out and seeing Ready Player One if you guys haven't already. It was a good movie, very 80s nostalgic, at least to me. And just, I mean, hell, 80s music and then 80s, comic book, sci-fi characters, all through there. So yeah, go check that out. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope you guys have a great Monday night. Don't do anything I would do, because I would do some stupid shit. But all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, besos. Although probably not today because I'm still sick.